Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about adverbs, which are similar to adjectives in that they are descriptive words. However, they're going to describe different words than adjectives. Whereas adjectives describe nouns, adverbs are going to describe verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. Okay? Adverbs usually answer the question where, when, and how. All right, for example, if we look at our first one, we moved the table outside. So outside is my adverb there. It tells me where I moved the table. Okay, so moved is the verb that it's describing. Right? Now, let's look at our second one. The picnic begins later. Here, later is my adverb. Okay, it describes begin. It tells me when that picnic is going to begin. Okay, all right, how the storm came unexpectedly. Unexpectedly is going to be my adverb. It's telling us how it came. Right? So anytime you're looking for adverbs, look for words that answer the how, when, and where questions. All right, now let's look at some of the different words they can describe. So we've seen a few examples of them modifying verbs, and we have one more here. So the ship sailed slowly out of the harbor. We have slowly, my adverb, modifying sailed. It's telling us how the ship sailed. Let's look at modifying an adjective. We all had a rather busy day of sightseeing. So the first thing we want to do is find our adjective. Okay, so I see an adjective busy, which is telling me what kind of day it is. It's a busy day. All right, and then I have this word rather, which is going to be my adverb that's telling me how busy it was. It was rather busy. All right, now adverbs can also modify other adverbs. The traffic moved very quickly. So quickly is my original adverb. It's telling me how the traffic moved. And very tells me how quickly it moved. It was very quickly. All right, now some adverbs modify adjectives or other adverbs by adding emphasis. And that means showing that they're really important or showing that they're really big or really great. So for example, to, very, really, extremely, and truly. Okay, so instead of just saying something is good, I can say it's really good. Okay, so instead of just a delicious piece of cake, it's a very delicious piece of cake. Okay, so adverbs can also help us in those situations by adding emphasis to adjectives or other adverbs. All right, now one good trick to know is that many adverbs are formed by adding ly to an adjective. So usually when you see an ly ending, it's a pretty good indicator it's an adverb. So for example, correct, all right, can turn into correctly once we add that ly. All right, prompt, same thing. We add an ly, promptly, and it becomes an adverb. Easy can go to easily and become an adverb. All right, now I put a list down here of some common adverbs that do not end in ly, but that are helpful for you to know, okay? And that's no, not, never, soon, later, and often. So these are words that we use a lot, okay? And they are all adverbs even though they don't end in that ly, right? Now, let's do some practice together, okay? For each of these, we'll underline the adverb and then draw arrows from the adverbs to the words, the verb, adjective, or adverb they modify or describe. All right, so let's see number one. Kelly tied the ribbon skillfully. All right, so I have an ly ending on skillfully, so that's a pretty good clue that it's going to be an adverb. So now I need to figure out what is it describing, what's it modifying. So I know that adverbs will tell me how, when, or where. So skillfully tells me how she tied the ribbon, okay? All right, now number two, last summer was extremely hot and we ran very fast to the air conditioner. So I got another ly word, extremely, okay, and I see that it's describing hot. Okay, it's adding emphasis to hot, telling me it's really, really hot. Okay, and since hot's an adjective, we know extremely must be an adverb. All right, this one's kind of a long sentence, so let's look at all of it so we can make sure we don't have any other adverbs. It says, and we ran very fast to the air conditioner. So I do see a word very, which is one of the ones we talked about up here, so I know that that's usually an adverb. So I'm going to underline very, all right, and it's describing fast here. It's telling me how fast they ran. They ran very fast. All right, let's take number three. It began to rain, and we all ran indoors. So let's take a look at this. I'm looking for words that tell me how, when, or where something happened. So my first one, got my subject it, verb began to rain. So nothing in that first part of the sentence. And we all ran indoors. So indoors tells me where. Okay, so that looks like an adverb. And it looks like it's describing ran. Okay, it's telling me, where we ran. We ran indoors.